wait till we go.
Okay, so now we're going to discuss the Sony Press Conference.
Woo, Sony Press Conference.
There is so much we have to talk about in this one. I am going to limit us basically on time just to fly through these topics because there was so much good about this one. So without further ado, let's get started. Opening up the show with The Last Guardian was amazing.
That game looks really cool. It looks very, 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 very similar to Shadow of the Colossus.
Well, yeah, it's do you know what? I need to investigate this more. I don't know if Team Ico still exists, but it is a spiritual successor to Ico and to Shadow of the Colossus, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I think the biggest thing for me about this game is that I love animals, and anyone who has ever had a pet, whether it's a dog, a cat, a lizard, you know that you build a bond with your animal and you build this relationship where you can't talk to each other, but you can communicate with each other.
You just know what they're saying.
You just know. You know how they behave and they know how you behave and they react as such. And they really captured that so well with this one. You can see such a great connection between the little boy and his weird griffin monster. Whereas you had one part where they were calling out to each other from across a large distance, and the griffin, I don't know what to call it, maybe that's what the Guardian is, was saying, "Yo, I will catch you," and he was like, "Yo, okay, you catch me."
Yo.
That's exactly how he said it. Yeah, he's from the hood, and then there was another part where he was afraid of something, and the boy helped him out by pushing off this kind of weird machine.
And then when he was about to fall, the boy pushed the thing so that he had a grip to pull himself up on.
Exactly. The game looks fantastic. Man, I'm gonna be buying that game day one without nothing's gonna stop me from doing that. But what I am afraid of is, oh boy, if they try to tear those two apart, boy, I'm gonna feel it big time because I hate seeing animals get hurt. And if something happens between that relationship, maybe I don't want to spoil it, but let's say he dies or something like that, boy, that's gonna hit home hard.
You guys don't know this, but this game actually looks quite interesting to me because I tried to record a Let's Play of Shadow of the Colossus, but unfortunately, Sean's hard drive corrupted and we lost all the footage.
Cool, relevant. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing here that we've got here. Oh, I just want to say, Sony do press conferences so right. They've got it down to almost like an art form. And what I thought was so cool there was when you had the man on stage acknowledge the creator who was out in the crowd. Just that simple. Just say, listen, you've been doing great work. Take a bow. And just put the spotlight on him. I thought that was just so cool. Yeah. You know, just acknowledging people equally. Okay, so the next one that I really saw, which was really cool, was Horizon Zero Storm.
That game was awesome.
This game, wow. That was cool.
So many new IPs at the C3. They were just like balling in new IPs.
So like for me, I had to say that when I was making notes of this, for me, bows are the new swords. I love swords. I think swords are amazing. They're my favourite weapon of all time. I think bows are actually catching up to swords because the way this character used her bow was fantastic. There were so many different ways you could use it, like being able to tether a monster down and tie it down to the ground.
Oh, that looks so cool.
It did, or to be able to shoot an explosive arrow inside of it so it blew up. Wow, the gameplay looked fantastic. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna explain a bit of the plot of the game from what we know. The plot is that before you there was an extremely advanced civilization that came before you.
Well, quite like us actually.
Yeah, but it's even more advanced than us nowadays, and they disappeared. They disappeared. No one knows what happened. Well, at the point in the game where you see, no one knows what happened to them, and when they disappeared, the Earth completely changed. Different species evolved, and then the humans evolved. The humans came back. I don't know how they came back.
This is a really interesting way of doing it because often when you get this kind of post-apocalyptic kind of thing, they don't kind of regress back in their technology. Like they've gone back to the tribal age. They've gone back to living off the land, being farmers, being hunters.
It's almost as if they hit the reset button on humanity.
Exactly.
It just looks so cool because it looks kind of weird when they put it together because in the gameplay trailer it is a tribal warrior fighting with a modern extremely technological bow fighting robot dinosaurs basically
robot dinosaurs, basically cyborg robot dinosaurs, which is really weird because how but the game looked fantastic. And just one more thing I want to point out with this game is the way when you introduce a new IP. Goodness sake, guys! When you introduce a brand new IP, don't just show a CG trailer, because you're not going to get people hyped with just a CG trailer. It might look amazing, but people are most interested in gameplay. So the way that they did it was fantastic. They went straight from CG into gameplay.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Straight into when she went into hunting mode and she hunted down those monsters. That was brilliant. That is how you do a brand new IP as a trailer. Right, next one. We had a Hitman. Anyone found a Hitman here?
No.
Alright, moving on.
Leo's friend is a fan of Hitman though, so like
he's really popular.
So moving on then. Street Fighter 5. Yes.
I am going to get good at this game.
I want to get good at this game too. Street Fighter 5 looks fantastic.
Cammy, man. Cammy is... I'm going to wreck with Cammy. Watch, yeah? I'm going to become MLG Pro at Street Fighter. I'm saying it now.
There was a new character that had extremely long hair.
Yeah.
That's called Birdie. Birdie is a character from the Alpha series. He's kind of like a brawler, kind of almost like a grappler with the way he uses his chain. A very, very interesting character that's not very incredibly popular, but hasn't been in the series for a long time. So it's always cool to see old characters come back to life in a new series. I normally don't do this, but because I kind of try to stay away from this kind of thing. But I think I might have to pre-order this game just to get in the beta access. Normally I would say, nah, I'm not paying money to get into the beta access or pay for the game. But I kind of want to get good at Street Fighter. I really want to put some time into it. And I don't want to be behind other people. So I think I might have to pre-order this game because the beta comes out July 23rd, which is not too long from now. And I kind of really want to play Street Fighter 5. Really want to get good at that. So,
next point, No Man's Sky. Woo! This game. Leo saw this. Leo's mouth dropped to the floor when he saw this. This game looks so good. Why don't you explain a bit, Leo?
Okay, so it just blew my mind to see how much effort they put in with all the planets. There was. I can't even.
Okay, I'll say this. You start off in one solar system, and you can see that there are two factions warring in the solar system.
What makes me laugh is he says one solar system as if though it's such a tiny thing. Just one solar system.
Meh.
You know.
So you could join into this war. You could choose sides. You could have a big spectacle over this war, or you could just zoom out and you could see the 8 other solar systems that are around you. Then the guy says these are a few of the solar systems that we're quite close to. Then the guy he keeps zooming out. He zooms out another time. You see about 10 more solar systems. The guy keeps zooming out for like 20 seconds. He's constantly just zooming out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of solar systems. So if you just imagine one solar system has 8 planets.
Crazy.
If you see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of solar systems, how many planets is that? How many different wars are happening? How many different new planets could you discover? How many planets are being destroyed at that moment? It's just so amazing, all the possibilities that can be had with that one game. The objective, I think, is to get to the center of the universe, but there is so much more to do that from the short gameplay trailer. The guy who's presenting, he went to a random planet, he found new species, and all the planets are completely destructible, so you could destroy an entire planet if you wanted to. The guy, he starts destroying the planet, and some guardians come that are or sentinels or something that protect the planet, and then he goes to a beacon and he saves his progress so that he can he basically uploads his findings. I think that if they do this, could be have a huge online community as well.
Yeah.
Because imagine
that's what they need. They need to be able to get the people to play it. They need to get the support for this game because. Honestly, when I think about this game, I think of Minecraft. The possibilities seem endless to me.
I swear that's Minecraft's slogan. Possibilities are endless or something.
I think it probably is, and that's what describes this game. It's just, I mean, I'm a little skeptical in one area is that I feel like it's a little bit weak on gameplay from what we've seen. I need a bit more than the shoot 'em ups and the bang and just. I need a bit more depth to it.
That's the one problem.
Like, if you were to say to me that there's a crafting system and you could upgrade your ship or something like that, that would be enough for me to really just delve into this one and want to explore and find resources and whatnot. But I need to see more of this game to really decide. But yeah, this game has amazing potential. I don't think any Quiet game is quite as grand as No Man's Sky in terms of scale and size. Right.
Skyrim. Who you thought Skyrim was big?
Oh no. Okay, so before we this is running through the list here. Anything to say about Dreams? But the new medium game.
No, nah. Oh, that look. I meh.
Okay, keep going. Destiny: The Taken King. Anything to say about Destiny?
Nope. I've not played Destiny.
No.
Leo played a bit of Destiny, but not enough to be that far into DLC.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore that. This one, I guess, is for me. World of Final Fantasy.
Oh, that was cute. It was cute. The little chibis were kawaii.
Whatever. I don't care. Oh, Square, I used to love you, but now, whatever. Really, I need to see more of the game to find out what it's more like. But yeah, they look cute. I didn't really like the 2D, the way they kind of look like little 2D sprites, but in a 3D form. I did like the way you could recruit enemies to your party and they could do different things. But just give me a proper Final Fantasy game, please.
Hold on, you just asked for a proper Final Fantasy game.
Oh,
what did they announce? What did they announce? I'll tell you what they announced. They announced Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you know why I'm excited about this, guys? Because it's a Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I don't know how to feel about this. I was thinking about this all day. I've been thinking about this game all day and how to talk about it and what my real approach to it is. And what I've been thinking of is that can they really do it?
I've seen all over Twitter people saying it's not going to live up to its expectations. Personally, for me, I don't care because I've wanted to play Final Fantasy VII for so long, but I could have played it. Like I could play it like literally right now because Sean has it on the PlayStation PSN. Yeah, but it's just too weird for me. I'm not used to it.
It is archaic. It's past its time.
Literally, it's like blocks. It looks like Lego bricks. The character's made of Lego bricks.
Yeah.
And the controls, you can't even use a joystick. You have to use a D-pad. It's just, it doesn't work for me. I can't do it.
PS1
I wouldn't be able to play how many hours is that game?
It's about 40, maybe 60, 80.
I wouldn't be able to play a 60-hour game like that.
It's really weird because whereas games like Mario and Sonic from back in SNES days, they kind of hold up still.
Because
They're very so
changed,
simple.
really.
Exactly, but PlayStation 1 games really have shown their age quite poorly. And so yeah, I do appreciate that kind of viewpoint of for a newcomer, this could be incredibly exciting to kind of experience the hype for it. How do I talk about Final Fantasy VII? Final Fantasy VII is a fantastic game. It has always been a fantastic game. I love it, etc, etc. Now the weird thing about Final Fantasy VII, and I don't think there's anything like this else in the world, is that the hype for this game wasn't quite as high when the game was actually out, before it was out, but actually when it came afterwards. This game came out in 1997. In 1997, people were still locked in their closed communities. You played games with your friends, you could talk to your friends about it, but that was really it. And then as the advent of technology began to grow and change, and the internet came past, that's when people started talking about the things they liked. And that's when Cloud blew up. That's when Sephiroth blew up. Who's the best swordsman in the world? Is it Link? Is it Cloud? Who's the best fighter? Is it Mario? Is it Sonic? Who can win in a fight? Goku or Superman?
I'm calling it Cloud in Smash Bros.
That's when it all began to blow up. The game got more popular or got into stardom as time went on. And it keeps on growing. Fan projects, I don't know any game that has more fan projects than Final Fantasy VII in terms of art.
So, you know someone made the whole game with Little Big Planet?
Yeah, exactly.
The whole game.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All the dialogue, all the cutscenes and everything.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's so much to live up to. There's no way Square Enix can just go to, okay, we will just remake the game the same way we did it before. It's impossible. They have so much to consider. they have to raise the bar beyond what billions of people have already done for them so far, especially in the music department. I can't stress this enough. The music for Final Fantasy VII is so iconic, it's so good, but it's already been made in orchestral versions. It's already had the rock version. How do they up the game of what already exists? This is the biggest project, I would say, that anyone has ever had to undertake in the history of humanity.
History of humanity.
It's ridiculous. It's just, how could you live up to that expectation?
Forget the Titanic. Forget the Eiffel Tower.
Forget that.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Imagine. I can't even think of a real life example for this. Imagine, let's say, the Eiffel Tower. Imagine the Eiffel Tower fell down, and then it existed, but everyone around you had already. Do you know what? It's a rubbish example. I can't even. Just.
You went white girl. I can't even.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Good luck to Square Enix. Good luck, because
I'm gonna buy it.
You've done different things. You guys are struggling. Oh god, I don't know. No. Do you know what? I'll take that back. It's just they've gone in such a different direction from what Squaresoft used to be. I hope they can even pull it off.
I just realised that's going to be different because it wasn't Square Enix that made that game, so they don't know it.
It was Squaresoft, and the people that were there directed it no longer work for Square Enix. They have their own company.
Okay. That's going to be tough. That's going to be very, very
Do you know what it would
tough.
be? It would be like this time next year if Konami came out and said, we're making Metal Gear without Kojima. We're redoing Metal Gear Solid 1 without Kojima. Good luck to you. Just that's all I can say to Square Enix. Good luck to you. I hope you pull it off. I hope you meet the expectations. I hope you're going to make a ton of money from it.
Regardless.
Don't flop. That's all I can say. Right, let's speed this up a bit. Devolver Digital, I love Devolver Digital. Do you guys like Devolver Digital?
I don't know. I know they make games like Shadow of the Colossus and stuff, I think.
No, not Shadow of the Colossus.
No, not Shadow of the Titan Souls. That's because they're so similar.
They are. They do have that similarity. Devolver Digital were an indie company. Man, I wish I had a list of their games in front of me. But they've done... Broforce. They've done...
Expander Bros.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
They've done so well for them from the small company they have to having their own...
Do they have their own conference?
No, they don't have their own conference.
Aww.
But to be featured so heavily on PS4, wow, like, not even in the indie section of PS4, no, this is your section. Here are 4 games that you're publishing that are coming out. Well done to Devolver Digital. I'm so happy for these guys. I'm looking forward to Ronin. EITR, EITR, is a game which I've never seen before, but it looks really, really cool. It's the game where you had the girl with the sword and the shield, and very, very slow kind of combat style. Looks very, very good.
Mother Russia bleeds.
Mother Russia bleeds. That looks really, really fun. Right, let's move on. Save Shenmue. Can you save Shenmue 3? Well, if you're listening to this recording, it's already been saved. They already got their, £3 million they wanted? $3 million?
They were like... by the end of the PlayStation conference, they announced it, and within 20 minutes, he'd got like $300,000.
Now, I'm happy for this guy. I never played Shenmue. I never had a Dreamcast, and I never really got into the franchise. But I know it is one of those ones which have been loved by fans so long, and that's been.
Is it one of those games that everyone's just wanted a sequel so much?
Yeah, because it ended on a cliffhanger, as they said on the show. So everyone wants it to finish. It'd be like if Game of Thrones was to finish. If it was to stop without finishing. Now, the thing about this that kind of bothered me is Sony had enough. I don't know what the relationship between the guy who made Shenmue and Sony is, but they had enough. There was enough for Sony to want to bring him out on stage and promote his Kickstarter. But does that mean that it's not enough for Sony to want to put their own money into the game? I don't understand what the relationship there is. I think the thing about Kickstarter is that these guys who have been in the industry say, I can't get the funding the traditional way. Let's just go directly to the fans. If you want this game, pay for it. If you don't want this game, then we won't make it. Simple. having a company kind of involved, like Sony saying, who do so well for themselves, saying, yeah, you go do your Kickstarter, we're not going to give you the money for it, we're not going to pay for the game, but you come on our stage for E3, you show off the Kickstarter, and then we'll probably put it on our console.
And then make money off of you.
Yeah, but we're not going to put the money in for the game. It's it's just kind of weird. I think it was very helpful to him. I think doing it like that is what saves Shenmue, really. So good luck to those guys, and I hope you make a fantastic game. I just found that to be a little weird, but I'm not really going to dwell on that. Right, almost there now. Batman. They showed off Batman. We know Batman. Everyone knows about Batman Arkham Knight. Comes out next week. I will say that seeing this trailer finally kind of pushed me over the edge. I want to buy Batman. I'm going to be buying Batman.
Yeah, so, before Sean was saying that he was like, I'm not sure I'm going to buy it. I'm not that interested in it. It's not hyped me up, but...
It's true. It's exactly how I felt. But you know what? I think I'm ready for a new Batman game. And do you know what? I've been reading some comics recently. You know, Batman's a cool character. And I would like to see this kind of finale to this series at Rocksteady.
Oh, yeah.
Also...
I just realised that that's the end.
Well, quote unquote, I don't know what it means by the end, but it's supposed to be an end to this trilogy. And yeah, and I'm ignoring Batman Arkham Origins because I want to support Rocksteady, British, homemade game developers. You've done a fantastic job since Arkham Asylum. Let's blow it out of the water with Arkham Knight, and hopefully it's a fantastic
British pride.
Exactly. Now, almost there now. Anything to say about Project Morpheus? Virtual reality.
Do you mean HoloLens or...
Well, that's Microsoft's, isn't it?
Basically
HoloLens,
the same thing.
Project HoloLens, Oculus, Morpheus.
Oculus, Project Orpheus. I don't think that name's going to catch on.
All the same thing. What was Sony's gimmick about this?
I don't know.
I can't even remember.
I wasn't paying attention when they did this.
Who was it that was saying that they could, like... play games with one person wearing it, but the others could be playing with on an iPad or something.
iPad? iPad.
Well,
No, on the controllers with the DualShock.
That was for Sony, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's like indie developers like creating games for this, but there's no like big titles coming out for it. I don't think.
Again, so if you heard what we discussed,
I think it's just like I think it's gonna end up like how the Kinect is, like how we was talking about.
That's what we said on the
conference.
Microsoft one. So let's not really repeat ourselves there, but like, not really excited for virtual reality yet. But get us excited.
Do you know what I am excited for?
What are you excited for?
Black Ops 3!
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave the room and sit back, and Leo, you can take the floor and the mic.
Okay, so Black Ops 3. I saw the gameplay, but I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought it'd just be, it's basically just going to be another Advanced Warfare. Why would I pay for that? But then I saw the differences between it. You could do co-op missions. You could do a 4-player co-op missions. There's going to be 8 player zombies. The multiplayer looks so good. There's wall running. You could wall run, and you could use a bow. And you can shoot people with the bow while you run.
He's getting emotional. And what's really good, but with this with Advanced Warfare, Xbox players would get all the DLC first. But now with Black Ops 3, PS4, I don't know if it's even coming to PS3, but Sony players.
Yes, next gen. Next gen and PS3 and Xbox.
So PlayStation players will get the DLC before Xbox players, which is really good.
Coming out in August.
Are you done talking about the shooty game? No?
Yes.
Stop talking about the shooty game.
The shooty game is love, the shooty game is life. I'm done.
Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, guys.
Same as it was last year.
No.
Yay.
No.
Okay, so moving on to the next thing, Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Are you a Star Wars fan?
No, but it kind of makes me want to watch. Like this morning, in my form, someone actually snuck onto my form to use computer and put on the Battlefront trailer.
So yeah, Battlefront. We're talking
and
about.
I said.
What was the game before Battlefront? Disney Infinity.
Before.
Disney Infinity. Okay, so we'll ignore that. So they talked about Disney Infinity. Yeah, that's joining. We all know that Disney bought out Marvel and Lucasfilm. So yeah, they're all in the same universe now.
This game, though, it kind of makes, as I was gonna say, this game kind of makes me want to like Star Wars.
Yeah, me too. I wish I liked Star Wars more because this game looks cool.
I don't think even if I bought this game, I don't think I'd be able to appreciate it as much as a Star Wars fan would.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I just wish I was more into the franchise more. I want to see the new movie, but yeah, I just wish I just wish I was more into Star Wars. I really can't comment too much on it. I'm not really into shooters. I'm not really into Star Wars, but it looked good. It looked really, really good. Okay, and then last but not least is Uncharted 4.
That game looks cool. Well, that game looks... Oh, I swear all Uncharted game looks cool.
It looked cool after the watch.
Yeah.
Wow, that was awkward.
That was funny.
That was awkward. But the demo wasn't working straight away. But when it did work, holy smokes, did it work. That car chase...
That was good.
That was a really good car chase.
Did you know that...
How does that tank move so fast?
That's what like you're driving, you say, I think we lost him. Vroom, and it comes back, and you go down and you say,
nah, you ain't get away, he's Holmes. Nah, we gonna get you.
And then you get down, you go, I think we lost him. Vroom, I think we lost him. Vroom, the same thing kept happening.
It was ridiculous.
You know they're making all Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 on a PS4. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that because I wanted to play them, but I had a feeling they were gonna do that.
Yep. It's
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that for Assassin's Creed as well.
Do you know what? If they do that, I hope they release them all in 60 FPS because The Last of Us remastered compared to The Last of Us PS3, huge difference, and it's Naughty Dog, so Naughty Dog usually deliver. Uncharted 4 looks fantastic. What a great way to end off their conference. Sony, do you know what? I'm just going to be bold to say it. We haven't even done Nintendo yet, but Sony, you easily stole the show again.
Smashed out the park.
Completely proud to be a PS4 owner.
Because with Uncharted, I was a bit disappointed how I think last year's E3 it looked amazing, and then we saw more screenshots and the resolution had gone down and it didn't look as great. I was a bit disappointed and it got me less excited about it. But now, it looks good. Do you think it looks as good as it did last year?
No, it's Uncharted. It's gonna look the best. That's how they do. That's how they roll.
Naughty Dog is such a good company.
Naughty Dog know exactly what they're doing. So guys, that's gonna really be wrapping it up here today for our discussion on Sony. We've got one more press conference left. That is Nintendo's to talk about. And then that's it. So hopefully you'll tune in for our reactions and opinions to that one. I've been Sean.
I'm JD.
I'm Leah.
And you've been listening to the Arnolds Play. Take
Peace.
care.
Black Ops 3 confirmed.